Over the span of 50 years, a team has become a family. A family that has brought life to the sidelines, energy to the dance floor, and fulfillment to the lives of hundreds of BA students. In 1975, a group of high school students formed a drill team known as the Tigets. 5 decades later, their legacy lives on.
I think that the tradition is the biggest part of it, is letting them know that this isn't just something that happened overnight, that it has taken 50 years to establish where we are today. And I knew coming into BA last year that I was taking on an incredible program, but I think it just really solidified everything for me on how incredible everyone has been for the past 50 years and the legacy that was set forth for me to take over and now be a part of. So it's just an incredible feeling. We were able to get with a bunch of past alumni, including the original founders of the program, which is really cool. And we planned a alumni dinner last night. We also had our alumni in the parade. And then tonight we'll have about 45 alumni taking part in the game, and then a few more that will be just in the stands reliving their high school glory days. Kristen Chenoweth is one of our alumni from the mid-'80s, and her show opened on Broadway last night, The Queen of Versailles, so she was not able to attend to any of our events, but she wanted to be a part of it, so she sent us a video message that she actually recorded when she was here in Broken Arrow this summer for her Broadway boot camp.
I hope you're having as much fun as I did when I was a part of it. Being a member of Tigets really was such a great thing for me to be a part of such a team.
She often talks about her time as a Tiget and what it meant to her, and so she shared that with the girls and with the alumni, and it was just really incredible to hear from her and know that this program has had an impact on her and still does. I think the girls have really enjoyed seeing the old pictures, seeing the old uniforms, and then tonight getting to meet some of the former Tigets and put it all together. You know, once a Tiget, always a Tiget.
Today we're celebrating the 6 millionth child in vision screening. It's just a tremendous milestone. We've been in a partnership with Visivance for over 40 years and have contributed over $5 million to this effort to improve child vision and to help them be successful as they progress through their academic careers.
3 partners consist of the members of local Masonic lodges, Visivance, and the Masonic Charity Foundation. The Masonic Charity Foundation's function has been to provide funding to take care of the screeners and the associated expenses of these screenings. We couldn't be more proud about changing the lives of 40,000 kids every year being referred for follow-up optic exams.
We provide free vision screenings to the students throughout the state of Oklahoma. We're currently in all 77 counties, and we are strictly devoted to advancing children's vision through better education. Through the vision screening in 1st grade and 3rd grade, we're testing for stereopsis, which is the muscle imbalance, and then in the 3rd grade we also check for near vision as well as utilizing the chart. And what's so important about the near vision, which our 6 millionth child was a 3rd grader, is the fact of the reading readiness program. That is so important to the state of Oklahoma as well as to all of the schools. So therefore it is a very valuable tool, and especially any children that are nonverbal, children that have challenges from being able to stand and read a chart and also understand. So if English is their second language, it has been a tremendous tool for those increased populations that we are seeing.
Well, I and I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on pushing me around, but I'll stand my ground and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground and I won't back down. Oh! Baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground and I won't back down.
Boys to Men started a couple of years ago when a police officer helped out our behavior education people. A lot of boys that were getting in trouble, the police officer would come and he would get them to do real life activities and their behavior changed. So last year we put in Boys to Men as a Tiger advisory, and boys could then get real world experience, learn honor and respect, and grow through their middle school days.
Well, yeah, it's like a lot of, valuable skills and like life lessons we might need later on down the road, especially like the mentors that come and talk to us, stuff like that, have a lot of like valuable things to say and things that, really can touch us and just affect our way, we go later down the road.
We're preparing them for high school, preparing them for life. They're going to learn how to tie ties, how to change tires on a car, how to work with tools. We're currently working on a service project that will send packages to deployed soldiers over Christmas. We're giving them opportunity. They're being very respectful. They're becoming leaders in the school. All in all, Boys to Men is exactly that. We're taking young boys in middle school and transforming them into respectful men.
We are here on behalf of the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation to let you know that we have your sensory table. I'm so excited. Already been ordered and wrapped, as you can see, as a nice pretty gift for you. And congratulations and thank you for coming.
Today is Teacher Grant Delivery Day for the Broken Arrow Public Schools Foundation. We had our Amazon packages all wrapped up in Christmas paper, and we had our big checks. Let me tell you, the teacher who requested ovens was one of the most excited people I've ever seen for Teacher Grant Delivery Day. I was interrupting her class and she kept trying to teach and I just kept walking in. And when she finally saw what I was holding, maybe even read my name or my foundation name, she just wrapped me in the biggest, tightest hug ever to interrupt.
I got a grant! Do you know how many grants I do and don't get? This is so exciting. Thank you so much.
And this is one of the largest grants that we awarded this entire school year.
Thank you so much for helping us start this program.
We're really excited. We all agreed that we were going to come back next year and enjoy some sort of refreshment.
Absolutely, guys. They're getting us our ovens. They're purchasing our ovens for us for cooking.
This year, the 25-26 school year, the Broken Arrow Public School Foundation is awarding $31,600 in grants across the district, from the ECCs up through the high schools. So when we first walk into the classroom as the deliverer, it is a little bit like Santa. It is December and we're bringing them literal wrapped presents, but also we have read through these grants and we are ready to hand it over too. We're ready to make the projects happen. So there's the hope for the future. There's the excitement in getting to be part of it over the past 2 months, seeing what their dream is and helping to make it happen.
Good evening, everyone. Before we start the meeting, I do need to recognize that we do have 6 speakers this evening. Each will be given 3 minutes as there is a non-agenda item for their request to speak. So each speaker will be given 3 minutes. They will give you a 30-second reminder with 30 seconds left and ask you to wrap your comments up at that. Because it is a non-agenda item to the speakers, the board is not able to ask questions or answer questions pursuant to the Open Meetings Act. So just so everyone's aware of that. Call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item is the moment of silence by the Vice President, Mr. John Cockrell.
As we begin this meeting, let us pause for a 60-second moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity. next item.
Next item will be the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Macy Shiwi, a fifth grader of Wolf Creek Elementary.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Macy. Can you hear me? There you go. Tell us about Wolf Creek and your favorite subject this year and your teacher is.
My homeroom teacher is Miss Chilcote, and I really like school, and I really like reading, and I did 128 summaries last year.
Oh my gosh, you'll be ready for college to write all those papers with that much. That is excellent. Going to Oliver Middle School next year, and tell us what you're most excited about.
I'm excited about having a new selection of books from the library.
Wow, I see a National Merit Scholar in the making with that. That is awesome. Do you have guests here tonight, your parents that you'd like to introduce, or anybody else here?
Yeah. My mom, dad, and my twin sister over there.
Awesome. Well, Macy, you did a great job. I love all the reading you're doing and all the essays and papers you're going to do. You're going to be great as you go through Broken Arrow Public Schools. Can I get a picture with you real quick?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Macy, I was going to ask, is there any genre of books you like to read more?
I like fiction books.
Fiction. All right.
Yeah, don't do that to her. Good job, Macy.
Good job, Macy.
Macy, everybody came here because they knew you were doing the pledge tonight. All right, next item on the agenda will be to approve the December 8th board meeting minutes. Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item, Mr. Perry.
Yes, this month is Board Appreciation Month. As I think you can see around the room, our awesome posters made for our 5 board members, and we are blessed in Broken Arrow to have such a fine board. And as I sat here today and started thinking about the things that stick out to me with you 5, number one, I think the biggest thing is you're very student focused and you're for all students. It doesn't matter where you are in the district. All 5 of you do not have any preconceived agenda. You just care about our students, and I feel like every decision you make is predicated on student impact and outcomes. Number 2, you value our staff. And this goes not just our certified staff, but our support staff as well. You don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk, and that is very evident of the stipends that you have committed to our employees, and again, for all employees, and has a huge impact on morale. And when morale is good, culture is good, then our students win. Number 3 is y'all are great listeners. You aren't afraid to ask questions, and you push us constantly to be the very best at offering an education that is not only academically sound and rigorous, but also making sure our students are inspired to be a version of themselves that they never thought possible. So saying those 3 things, can tell you personally, I am better today because our Broken Arrow Board of Education, and we are just so grateful for your service, so thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Perry, I can just speak for myself. I know it's an honor and a privilege to be able to serve our community, being a Broken Arrow graduate, along with some of the others up here. And just seeing the people in the room, no matter the reason that we're here, you know, I value the opportunity to get to do what we do and make differences in their lives. And it's important to them. So it does feel like the board has done a good job, or they didn't care, they wouldn't be here. We didn't create something that was special, they wouldn't be here. So it's just an honor and privilege to serve the community and give back to Broken Arrow everything it gave me. So. All right. Next item, Mr. Perry.
This next item is to recognize a longtime employee and a special employee in Broken Arrow Public Schools, and that is our Deputy Superintendent, Dr. Carla Dias, and her impending retirement that will be effective this summer. And Dr. Dias, I'm going to ask you to stand so everybody can see you. No, truly, her impact, it's told the team today, it's one of those things where I think next school year, we're going to figure out a lot of things that she did that we did not even realize. The beauty of it is if you ever go to a school site and watch the staff just cling to her, she's like a magnet because they want to engage with her, and she just has a way of making people feel valued and heard. She began her teaching career here in 1999, was a teacher in Colorado prior to that. She taught at Wolf Creek Elementary, later taught 2nd and 5th grades, and then served as assistant principal at Wolf Creek. She moved to Leisure Park, where she served as an assistant principal for 3 years there. And then she accepted her first principal's job in 2007 at Arrow Springs Elementary. She served there for 4 more years before moving to Park Lane Elementary, and then was very instrumental in opening Highland Park as their first building principal there. Came to the Service Center in 2013. I've had the pleasure of working with her since that time. She's been a mentor for so many people, and there's going to be a void when she walks away to be a grandmother and has some time to travel and see her children, and she'll be truly missed in Broken Arrow Public Schools. So, Dr. Dias, do you have any words that you? No.
Well, thank you. You know I don't like to be the center of attention, so I'm glad you all came. Thanks. No, it's just been a privilege to work in Broken Arrow and serve here, and my children have grown up here. Like Mr. Perry said, I started at Wolf Creek, but I actually started as a mom, and my kids went to school there, and I was a volunteer, and so my heart is in BA. I'm a Tiger. I'll always be a Tiger. And like Mr. Perry said about the board, we have the best board, and I have the best team. Mr. Perry is a great mentor, and my cabinet's awesome, and my instructional team. So I'm going to get choked up, but you're stuck with me for 6 more months, so I'll be here. But this is just an opportunity to announce it so we can start some transition. So thank you. Thank you for all you guys do.
Carla, I
Yes.
want to thank you. Been on the board 15 years, and I don't think I've ever heard you say a negative word.
Never.
You've always had a positive attitude. And if you have a heck of a poker face. You're really good at what you do, and just thank you for everything. You've been a leader for the district for ever since I've been on the board, and your leadership's greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's been an honor. Thank you.
Mr. Perry, next item.
Next item, I'm bringing to you an individual to serve as the new assistant superintendent to fill Dr. Dias's role with employment mutually acceptable and fully written contract of employment for the 26-27 school year. So she will take that place. I think, as Dr. Dias alluded to, having that smooth transition is crucial for everyone involved, and we're very thankful to have somebody at the quality and caliber of Kristen Graves in the district. Miss Graves, she is a Broken Arrow graduate and has served as an educator for the past 24 years. She began teaching in Coweta Public Schools in 2010. She served as a department chair, and she has just such a heart and wants to support our teachers so that they can, again, impact our students. She joined Broken Arrow, came back home in July 2016 as an assistant principal, Oliver Middle School, then became principal at Centennial Middle School in 2018 before she went to Pryor Public Schools to begin her career at the Service Center as the Director of Teaching and Learning from July 2022 to this summer, where again she came back home. And we're proud of the job she's done this school year so far as the Executive Director of Instructional Data and Curriculum Development. She's very keyed into, again, student outcomes, is somewhat of a data guru, and she definitely has that passion, and she calls herself a nerd because she cares about all that stuff so much. But we're excited to have her, and I recommend her as the new assistant principal effective for the assistant superintendent for the 26-27 school year.
Any discussion? Questions?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Ms. Graves here? Congratulations.
Introduce your family.
All right. All right, next item will be comments from the public. Ms. Brown, are you going to put the clock on the monitor? Will there be a clock on the monitor? Okay. First will be Shauna Conway. Ms. Conway, no, you'll have 3 minutes when you start speaking, but you do have 3 minutes. And again, the board cannot ask questions just because it's a non-agenda item.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, but thank you for coming.
I did want to thank the school board for giving us an opportunity to be heard tonight. If you are here in support of Vanguard, if you would raise your hand for me. There is no such thing as just a parent, but I am just a parent with 20 years of background in education. I've been a teacher, I've been a principal. These are my people. You guys are my people. But I do have some concerns. And so 3 things were made clear in the email that went out to parents. If you did not receive that email, please reach out to any of the people that raised their hands. 3 changes that are being made to Vanguard. The first one is scheduling. We're not as worried about that if we can continue with block scheduling. But back up just a minute, because I am a parent of a Vanguard freshman, and I've also subbed at least 12 to 14 days over the past few years, and I was just wondering if our board would also consider subbing in Vanguard for an entire day on the front lines to get to know that these kids and these educators are so far beyond what you can begin to imagine. You need to go and you need to be there and you need to understand the depth of learning that's happening It's not rote learning. It's not 1980s. We are looking to the future with Vanguard. And the schedule we can work with, I think. The second part of it, though, is that we're having to change that application process. And any good program, if the students aren't buying in, it's not going to be successful. So now you're taking the teachers who are going to have to be forced to condense all of their learning to almost impossible schedules. Then you're taking away the one perk that they had for all the overtime they're working, and that was to know that their students really wanted to be there and went through the entire application process. Like my son, who worked his butt off to get into Vanguard, and I have never seen him work that so hard and be so involved in it. But guys, they believe in this. And if you take that away, you are going to remove an integral part of what makes Vanguard successful. The third part is with no freshmen. Brain research tells us these kids aren't the same. And if you're saying that, oh, well, when they're freshmen, they can just have standardized education. Okay, it's not working in our middle school. Ask any of our middle school administrators, ask our middle school principals, they're struggling. At Vanguard, they have an opportunity to truly change learning, change the environment, understand how project-based learning is supposed to work. What is STEM? How are they supposed to collaborate and design thinking skills that I didn't learn until I was old? They're getting it now, and they're going to go into the workforce with those skills already in place. But you will remove that if you take away the application process, because those kids will not be as bought in as the kids that are here today. The last thing I would say is, if we know that Vanguard is thriving, which it sounds like in the video and in the email, we all acknowledge that. Raise your hand if you agree Vanguard is thriving. If Vanguard is thriving, then teach our teachers how to use these strategies. Don't force the Vanguard teachers to become more standardized. These kids are not standardized, and we want different education, and we want innovative education, and we want it to continue. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Next speaker will be McKenna Layton.
Good evening. My name is McKenna Layton, a Bad Lab junior at Vanguard Academy. Tonight, I would like to address the inconsistent communication regarding the changes being made to Vanguard and the timeline provided regarding when the decisions were made. Parents were notified via email on January 7th about changes upcoming to Vanguard for the 26-27 school year, containing 4 major changes. 9th graders removed, open to all high school students, changing bell schedules, and removing the application process. On January 9th, multiple stories and videos were posted. K Tulsa released a story by Bert Momillo containing a statement from the district saying only 2 things will change about next year: no freshmen and a different bell schedule. The story released on News on 6 stated what was originally given to us: 4 changes coming to Vanguard. The Fox 23 story by Jay Morrow had a statement from Tara Thompson stating that there are 2 changes happening: no freshmen and a different bell schedule. Finally, a YouTube video from Chuck Perry to Vanguard students explained that there was only 1 change coming to Vanguard: the bell schedule. We're concerned with the potential changes and the impact to our development. The messages are conflicting and confusing. At this point, nobody knows what's happening. Vanguard compels students to research community needs through various methods such as group brainstorms, surveys, and finding client needs before developing a proposal. Access to data is not available to students referenced in press releases about enrollment and retention rates. And without consultation of existing staff or students, this information became the reason for change. This goes against our core pillars: put people first and better together. The district presented a paradoxical plan about Vanguard to its students and teachers that know what a human-centered, problem-based project is supposed to look like. To deconstruct an entire program based on the data they presented is ineffective planning. It is not difficult to meet the new 2030 graduation requirements and increase student retention with the current curriculum we have going with minor changes. If the district would have brought Vanguard the data and their problems before releasing a plan to all of BA, we wouldn't be having to stand up here today. The inconsistent messaging, the lack of research at the ground level, the backtracking or minimization of proposed changes in print and video, saying that the plan is developing but also not set in stone at the same time, the news media stating changes will happen in the next school year. What is really happening to our school? Vanguard is open to change. We understand that our school has flaws. All we ask is when you're trying to solve a problem about Vanguard, use the Vanguard way. Project-based learning, STEM, human-centered design. It is disappointing that we are held to a higher standard of professionalism, but then we aren't met at the same standard. I challenge the adults responsible for the future of Vanguard to reevaluate your current proposal, the impact it will have, and the long-term consequences. Lastly, I invite you to come watch our senior capstones on May 2nd to witness firsthand what 4 years on our capstone will do. Thank you.
Okay, our next speaker, Sophia, and forgive me, Pirano. Thank you, sorry.
The last time I stood before the board, I was getting recognized with my peers for our efforts in leading legislators through tours of Vanguard. If you'd asked me a few years ago where I imagined I'd be, it would not have been addressing the board twice in a 6-month period. But that's what's so unique about Vanguard. We've been equipped with the skills to speak up and address professionals within our community. So, just like the rest of my peers, I'm here today to advocate for my school and the students within it. Vanguard has done some incredible things in the past 5 years, exposing high school students to an entire world of skill sets they wouldn't have had otherwise. And this impact, it transcends the school community. These skills are how Bad Lab students collaborated directly with the University of Tulsa's toy design class in a competition-based environment. These skills are how Expo students were able to follow the steps of the human-centered design process to identify issues within homelessness and present their solutions in a community expo, which was open to business professionals across Oklahoma. These skills, taught from the moment a student steps on campus, are what drives forward our capstone projects. There is no other public high school that comes close to us. No other public school that prepares their students for college, career, life, and beyond the way we do. How many districts can say that their students are working to increase biodiversity, political access, and STEM education, all of which are actual ongoing capstones? The things we've done have amassed recognition from across the state. Businesses, news outlets, even government officials. We've garnered positive press coverage about student-led projects and our teachers, something we are very proud of. This shows that we aren't the only ones who value the things we do. The community has seen value in us too. In order to maintain this level of attention, there needs to be a certain standard set for the ones standing in front of business professionals, standards that are taught at Vanguard within a 4-year period. Now, I've taken a look at the updated graduation requirements for the class of 2030, students who are currently 8th graders and would be Vanguard's next group of freshmen. As it stands, the new requirements are things that can be easily reworked within the current curriculum without upending our entire structure. Vanguard is a collaborative campus at its core, and we would be open to these efforts to adjust to the new requirements, but we ask for transparency rather than blindsiding. In terms of career pathways, students have had opportunities to follow those through internships, concurrent enrollments, and other forms of certifications. These opportunities are provided even while being a full-time student at Vanguard. And again, we ask for transparency and collaboration. And this solution feels as if it was the first thing to come to mind and the board just ran with it. To close this out, I want to reiterate one thing. By closing Vanguard to freshmen, students are being robbed of the opportunity to experience Vanguard fully and develop all the skills learned. You, the board, are the reason I had the chance to attend Vanguard. It was your decision to open the school that taught me these skills, and I ask that you don't take that away from other students. Thank you for listening.
Our next speaker, Jacob McCoy.
Hello, my name is Jake McCoy. I'm an Expo junior at Vanguard Academy, and I would just like to bring to light some of the opinions of students, parents, and community members in the relation to the recent changes happening at Vanguard. One of the main responses I have seen from posts, comments, and conversations I've had with people is that Vanguard is nothing without its community. We keep students together throughout their Vanguard journey to foster this community, whether that is through school activities, projects, or field trips. Throughout my time at Vanguard, I have not only grown as a student, but as a person. Vanguard has helped me learn to communicate with my peers, coaches, and even community members, giving me opportunities I never thought was possible for a high school student. I've been able to give tours to state legislators, and I've worked with organizations such as Grand Mental Health to work on a project helping homeless people have a way to express their creative hobbies. This is a project I hope to continue for my senior year. There's a lot of people that have buy-in on us. One student says that what's important is that we all have the same goal, to improve Vanguard so that it can be the best it can be. We just need to communicate and work together as a Broken Arrow community. Another person who has supported us in the past is a dean at a Texas college. She says, I'm disappointed to hear that administrators do not see the value in this unique approach that this unique approach provides. Vanguard Academy sets up students for success in college and the workforce. They are doing work that rivals undergraduate education at a college level. People value what we do here. One student says, my experience at Vanguard has been life-changing in so many ways. During middle school, I lost my spark of creativity, curiosity, and self-expression. When I came to Vanguard, I was afraid I would never grow out of my middle school self. However, I was quickly proven wrong. My spark for creating and designing came back, and I have made things I am so proud of. I couldn't imagine where I would be today if not for Vanguard. I don't want to start now. I want others to have the growth that I have at Vanguard. These stories don't even scratch the surface of how Vanguard has impacted so many students and people. Finally, I want to leave with one final thought. From the discussions I have had with my peers over the last week about all these changes happening, I have been told that not only has Vanguard improved their life in every single way, it has saved their life. These students might not be alive and especially wouldn't be where they are today if not for what Vanguard has been doing. And if that is not taken into account and does not matter when we are making decisions about their lives, then what does? So thank you guys for the opportunity to share everything we've been able to say.
Next speaker will be Braden Curtis.
All right. Whenever my family was moving from Tulsa to Broken Arrow, one of the concerns they had was the size of the school district and especially the size of the Broken Arrow High School. One of the key things that made my family decide to move to Broken Arrow was Vanguard and its smaller campus size. I heard about Vanguard in 7th grade, and it gave me the motivation and the drive to go from a near failing student to a straight A student. This school has given me social skills I would have never had otherwise, and the community that this school fosters, especially by fostering it from freshman through senior year, is unlike anything else. And the community and the work that we've done has been praised by state legislators, by news, and by the Federal Secretary of Education. We have been praised upon all levels for the work that we're doing. And over these past few days, we have been able to turn an intense mental shock to us, and we've been able to take that stress and represent one of our principles, being better together, and turn it into passion and motivation to speak our voices and let our voices be heard. I would also like to speak on behalf of one of my students, Dayanara Puckett. She, like me, is a sophomore at the Expo program, and here's what she has to say. I'm here because Vanguard is more than just a school to me. It is a place where students are known, where learning has purpose, and where community is intentionally built. Like many of my peers, I worked hard to earn my place here. Since 7th grade, I have looked forward to growing at Vanguard for all 4 years. One of the biggest reasons I chose Vanguard was the Senior Capstone Project. From the beginning, we are told capstone is the accumulation of our experience, bringing together human-centered design, collaboration, and real-world problem-solving. With the changes that have been announced, many students are now left wondering whether that opportunity will still exist by the time we reach our senior year. That uncertainty is discouraging, especially for all students who chose Vanguard because of its long-term vision. What truly sets Vanguard apart is its culture. Our small size, block scheduling, and project-based learning model are essential to how we learn. And Expo collaboration is not optional, it is the foundation of our education. That kind of learning requires time, consistency, and strong relationships. And we also have heard your concerns about retention rate and about AP and concurrent enrollment. And we are not close to change. We are very open to change. We just wish that we would have been involved since the beginning, and we are very open to being involved every step of the way that we can now. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay, our last speaker, Andrew Douthit. Okay, Andrew Douthit.
I want to start off by saying that Vanguard has been one of the best choices that in my academic life so far. I know that probably sounds like a stretch to all of you because I'm in my second semester, but in the first semester, I have learned so much and I have experienced more than I have experienced than in middle school and almost even my entire life. I've narrowed down what I want to do in my future, and I've been more confident with people. Without this, I wouldn't be able to talk to many of the people that I talk to today. I've been able to be involved in groups that I had no clue that I'd even be interested in being involved with. I've worked with so many different people, even in just my first semester. My sister is a much better example of this, saying, quote, "Vanguard has changed the way I interact with people in the community. I have real social skills and opportunities in life. I've found where I truly belong. It showed me what I truly want to do in the future," end quote. But enough of the stories in the first-hand experience. Those alone aren't worth anything without actual facts behind them. I want to get into the actual details. The Vanguard Academy not accepting freshman students leads to a lot of complications with the way the programs work. Without the full 4 years, you miss a lot of important skills needed to finish your senior capstone. Some key skills are taught in freshman year, like how to professionally debate or prove a point with scientific evidence. Another thing I'd like to mention, both programs offered, Expo and Bad Lab, are really hard to be separate programs with this new scheduling. Because Bad Lab has a different block schedule, and also Expo is a little off from Bad Lab. With a little off from the scheduling, I mean. But with that, it's a little hard to synchronize it to the high school and its actual time and scheduling. Another concern that I kept hearing was the amount of people leaving Vanguard, which I'd like to say, if you have 200 people entering Vanguard as opposed to the normal, I think 75 that are accepted, it leads to a lot of overcapacity in the school. One of my Bad Lab friends, they told me that ever since the school year started, they struggled to find chairs inside the computer lab. And I thought that was a little weird, because how are we going to enter in more people and open up the school if there's not enough room for there physically in the first place? Sorry, one moment here. Lost my screen. Sorry. I would just like to say that sorry.
That's going to conclude the comments from the public. Want to thank everyone for coming and voicing their concerns, opinions, experiences, and support. So obviously the district has created something very special. So I want to thank every one of you. Thank you. Next item will be the general consent items 10 through 44. Any discussion?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next, item 45. Ms. Murphy.
I found my way up.
It's hard to follow that, isn't it?
It's hard to follow them, yes, for sure. I was trying to decide earlier, I'm like, is it more nerve-wracking to be in front of everybody or just my peers, right? So we're about to find out. So I am here to present the activity fund and treasury reports for December. Activity fund receipts total $3,405,000. Disbursements are $2,380,000. And this leaves an ending cash balance in the activity funds of $5,389,000. Do you have any activity fund questions?
Any discussion?
Is this comparable to normal to years? Is this like about what we usually have?
I would say so. So these totals are cumulative for the year. So I would say that we're right on target for what we typically see.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So treasurer's report.
Hold on, do we have to approve that?
Yes. I make a motion to approve item 45.
It's just a presentation, we don't have to.
It says action.
Agenda.
Natalie, do we typically approve those? Okay, so it's info, okay. Go right ahead.
Okay. Cash balance shows a total of $82,983,000 in assets. Investments is $6,181,000. Collateral, we have $15,819,000 pledged to the district, and of those balances that actually require collateral, it's only $6,942,000. This leaves an available balance of $8,877,000. Any questions?
Okay, go right ahead. Oh. Ms. Sapp, thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. The first item I have this evening is for our change orders. The date range is December 4th, 2025 through January 7th, 2026. And it reflects a decrease in the amount of $26,866.30, and I recommend your approval.
Any questions?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Thank you. Next item.
The second item I have this evening is for the encumbrance report. Date range is December 4th, 2025 through January 8th, 2026, and reflects encumbrances totaling $2,557,136.81. And I also recommend your approval on this.
Any discussion or questions?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item, Ms. Enoff.
Good evening, President Allen, Mr. Perry, board members. I'm more than happy to discuss our financial position at the end of December, but I would like to update the board on a very important piece of information that the district received this week in terms of our midterm allocation. As you know, January marks two very important milestones for the district, the first being our midterm information and the second being the start of our ad valorem collections through our tax dollars. So when the midterm allocation was released earlier last week, there was an increase of $71.54 into the formula, which is always a positive thing when we see an increase in our weighted average daily membership. So that was definitely a positive. Unfortunately, the negative for Broken Arrow came to us through the way of the equalization of the formula in our chargeables. So our net assessed valuation for the district has been consistently increasing the past several years to the tune of 6 to 7%. So the way that equalization works is as those weights and those dollars are put into the formula, and our collections locally increase. That's equalized through the formula, and it's a net decrease to the district. So we started this year for an initial allocation at about $70.9 million, and we were lowered last week to $70,405,000. So that's about a $509,000 decrease from where we began the year. So obviously not great news. You can see just in our collections through December year to date, we are tracking below where we were in state aid just through the end of the year. And so we'll continue to see a little bit of a decrease as we receive our collections through the end of June.
Ms. Edith, so if we're a thriving community and growing, doing things the right way, and you get punished by the state from a funding aspect?
That is how equalization works, and unfortunately, our enrollment has declined a little bit. Our weights in some of our subpopulations have increased, but those weights did not eclipse the loss in ad valorem chargeables. So we'll continue to monitor this through the rest of the year. Again, when I come back in a few months to discuss the next quarter financials, we should see that second column of ad valorem collections greatly increased. And so we should see, like I said, a gain there, but we will continue to see a decrease in state funding through the formula equalization. Our chargeables increased to the tune of about $1.8 million this year. And so, again, a deduction through the formula, not the direction that we want to see, so we'll continue to monitor that.
Is this something like overtly concerning, or I guess how?
The concern is we want both of those categories because they do represent our two largest categories of revenue collection. We need both of them to remain strong to continue supporting the fixed costs that the district have committed to in personnel costs, salaries, insurance, benefits, all of the other things that are pretty much non-negotiable for running the district. And so, yeah, it is a concern that we're seeing a slide in state aid. Again, our message to legislatures should be that we need to continue to see the formula funded adequately so that when prosperous districts like Broken Arrow continue to grow and continue to see increase in our valuation and our growth in the community, that we're not penalized as much through state aid, because we are seeing increases in some of our more challenging subpopulations, and so that funding is very important.
Natalie, do you know if there's proposed legislation to help make that formula better?
There's been a lot of case studies about the formula, and again, it's not so much how the formula is set up, it's just making sure it's properly funded. And so with the session just right around the corner, I'm sure there will be great discussions about the priorities for common education as we head into session, and we're hopeful that it's favorable to Common Ed.
Any other discussion or questions?
I'm happy to answer any other questions about any of the other funds, but pretty much everything else is tracking year to date as we were to expect. Our next big push is to receive the remaining portion of our ad valorem funds, which are due at the end of March.
Now, I do have one more question. Is this the highest percentage we've been from local versus state aid?
It is one of the higher, yes. I don't know if it's the highest, but again, that scale just continues to tip a little more in favor of our local collections versus state. I will say that with some of the mandatory pay increases that have gone into effect over the past couple of years with certified employees in particular, the funding has followed from that, and we are grateful for that because we're locked into those salary and benefit costs, and so we need that to remain strong. But our ad valorem has increased a lot over the past 10 years.
Okay. Thank you. Next item.
My next item is to ask the board to approve our preliminary official statement for our upcoming taxable general obligation combined purpose bonds of $32 million. This is in preparation for our upcoming special board meeting set for February 10th to sell those bonds, and this is the statement that goes out to our potential bidders. It's basically a document assessing the district's financial health. Our audited financials are included in that, and so we have gone through a process of reviewing this document with our bond counsel, seeking your approval.
Any discussion?
Make a motion to approve?
Motion and second, please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Ms. Enoch, next item.
My last item tonight is to ask the board to set a special board meeting for our next bond sale, kind of piggybacking on your comments, Mr. Allen, about the prosperity of the district. We were actually fortunate to be able to hold 2 bond sales this semester because of the support of our community for the 2023 bond election. And so this will be for $11 million. And so the dates that we are looking at for that special board meeting are March 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I believe that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we do hold this special board meeting at noon so we can conduct it while the market is open to receive potential bids. This
March
bond's
3rd. How's everybody look on March 3rd?
Perfect. What day of the week? Is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
So
Thursday.
he's asking if Tuesday the
What works
3rd
better for you,
looks
John?
okay?
The 4th or 5th?
How about the 4th or 5th?
I can't, but I can do the 3rd, but as long as 3 of us are.
Sorry, my phone's off. I'm trying to I turned it off because I want notifications. Give me a second. Probably either is fine.
Third's good for you?
Yeah, either way, any of them.
Okay. We have subcommittee that morning on the 3rd. So
March
I'm done.
3rd?
Yes.
Yep. Good.
Very good.
That's on.
Okay. March 3rd. We need a recommendation on that, Ms. Enoch, is that correct?
Yes, please. And just so the board is aware, these bonds will be used for transportation, maintenance, and technology.
Okay.
Transportation at what?
Maintenance and technology.
Okay.
I make a motion that we sell those bonds March 3rd at 12 p.m.
Second?
Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Next item is new business. We have none. Next item will be moved to executive session in reference to Mr. Perry's contract.
I make a motion to go to executive session.
I'll second.
Motion and second, please call the roll.
Dr. Williams?
Yes.
Mrs. Taylor?
Yes.
Dr. Roulette?
Yes.
Mr. Cockrell?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes. Thank you. Open session, Ms. Roulette.
The Board of Education and Mr. Chuck Perry entered into executive session at 7:01 p.m. to discuss the employment contract of Mr. Chuck Perry, Superintendent of Schools, pursuant to 25 OS Section 307B1. The Board of Education returned to open session at 7:41 p.m. No action was taken during this session. This constitutes the minute of this executive session.
Okay, next item, number 55. Discussion or questions? Okay. Would entertain a motion.
I make a motion to modify the term of the superintendent's contract to reflect a change in the vehicle provision will allow Mr. Chuck Perry to purchase his own vehicle and receive a travel allowance.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Next item will be to adjourn.
Make motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.